Hello, it's Eric here with kitchenfoundry.com. We're on location today to do a barbecue cleaning and restoration. At the conclusion of this video, I'm going to have a link in this ad to take you to our website where you can buy our barbecue cleaning kit. In addition to that, we're going to take a look at this graining kit and how we can take minor scratches out of stainless steel. We're just going to be using this tool to clean off our barbecue tines. We're just taking this barbecue tool and we're using it to clean off food debris. No matter what barbecue you're cleaning, this little adapter is going to fit over the tines. I'm going to go ahead and put each one of my grid sections into this bin of hot water and Dawn degreaser. So we're taking a look at the inside of this grill and we're just going to go through it with this chisel type tool. And you're going to notice these U-shaped burners have these holes in order to distribute gas evenly throughout the cooking surface. This is what gives us an even heat on the cooking area. And so what I do to periodically maintain my barbecue, I'm going to go in with the end of this paper clip because a lot of food debris has dropped in this space throughout the course of the year. Now I can kind of peer over my barbecue and see that my flame is completely even heat. I can use a metal chisel and put some duct tape to create a softer, more forgiving edge for my tools that are going to break up this debris. When I'm done breaking up this debris, it's going to end up falling into this drip tray where I can easily empty the deposits of it. And this tray is removable and ultimately it'll go into our hot water bin. Not a bad idea to go through with a hard bristle brush. In this kit you're going to get 3 different graining pads. I like to use these coarsenesses, so you have a very forgiving, a medium, and a heavy graining pad. And I'm going to explain how to use these and the differences. I'll be using them with Stainless Steel Magic. Stainless steel has a tendency to look very dull when it dries out, and you always want to keep it lubricated throughout the whole year with Stainless Steel Magic to keep it looking fresh and give it that luster. This graining pad right here is the most forgiving of all the pads, and basically I can even go against the grain of the metal and I'm not going to hurt anything with this forgiving pad. I'll tell you what, I use this pad a lot when I bought a brand new appliance and it's got some tape residue on the stainless steel that won't come out. I can actually use Stainless Steel Magic in combination with this pad. If I move up to my heavier pads, I can still work on one little section to take out scratches. But if I'm just working one little section, this pad is harsh enough to where you'll see little microscopic turnaround marks in the metal. So when I'm done working on this little section and working out a scratch, I've got to use a liberal amount of our cleaner across the whole surface. And the last step here is that I'm going to use our heaviest graining pad, and I got to go all the way from right to left with even pressure. And I might be here for a period of time, then I'm going to move down to the medium pad, working all the way from right to left. And the last step is the lightest pad, all the way from right to left. So for cleaning up my control panel, I'm going to be using the most forgiving of all the pads because I don't want to do any damage to these logos that are printed on the metal. And the white pad is the most forgiving. Also because I can't go all the way to the left to the right because I've got to deal with these little spaces in between. I need to use a pad that is not going to change the grain direction of the metal, because if you're using a heavier pad, remember you always have to go with the grain of the metal. You can't go up and down or you'll create abrasions that won't match the grain of the metal. So on this particular part, that's when I really like to use this white pad because it'll do a great job just cleaning up the control panel. Also remember, whenever you see chrome, that's going to be metal that doesn't have a grain to it. So for the chrome knobs and the chrome handle, we can't use a graining pad because it's going to scratch the metal. And chrome is part of the metal where the grain doesn't exist. Also, when you notice the lid, some barbecues have chrome bands along the left and right side. So I have a solution for that too. I'm actually going to be using duct tape to tape off this edge, something with really good glue. That way I can actually go over the face of this barbecue without scratching the chrome part of the lid. Also, if you have a thermostat here, temperature gauge, you're going to want to take it off. I might mention on these barbecues that you have two different types of ignition. Some of them are just a 9-volt battery behind this face panel that gives it the electric charge for the automatic ignition. If this has gone out and it's not the 9-volt battery type, you'll want to get a hold of the manufacturer of the product. This one happens to have batteries, and it's smart enough to tell me there's batteries back here so I can go replace my battery. You might find that igniters over a very long period of time could sustain some damage, and if they're no longer igniting the gas, that's another item that we're going to want to go back to the manufacturer and get a replacement part. Okay, so now I have my duct tape here that is securing the chrome part of the barbecue lid. I can actually now grain the front of this barbecue lid. Now, I would only recommend doing this if you have some serious abrasions. Keep in mind that a barbecue is like a car engine. It's always going to have a certain amount of grease inside. So yes, you could sit here for a long time and get this thing factory perfect, but it's not really the name of the game. We're just trying to keep it clean enough so that it's functioning properly. The same goes for the inside of the barbecue lid. You'll see that the high heat from inside this environment has charred the metal black, and I normally don't go through and grain the inside of a barbecue lid. I'm just going to go over it with my scraping tool to take heavy deposits off, and that's good enough for me. But if you are going to grain the top of the barbecue, we're going to hit it with a liberal amount of stainless steel cleaner, and then we're going to work our way all the way across, over and over with even pressure. And you might even want to put a block under this to help you achieve perfectly even pressure. But the name of the game is not to stop short of one side or the other. If you do work on a little section of the grill, it's okay to get a scratch out, but then you're going to have to go over the entire surface with even pressure. And just keep in mind, you might want to reach out to the manufacturer if you're not sure if your stainless steel has a clear coat. Normally barbecues do not, but you don't want to be graining any surface that has a clear coat because it won't work. Essentially what we're doing is we're just putting the grain back in the metal. So you'll see I'm going with the direction of the grain, and on this barbecue it's left to right. Occasionally you can see grain that's forward and backward, depending on how the manufacturer put that part together. And for serious restorations, you know, I might be here doing this for about 2 hours. So keep that in mind for anything that's just a surface scratch or general cleaning. I just recommend this white pad. And these pads, by the time you do one restoration, they're going to be pretty gunked up. You probably don't want to reuse them. So it's like a single-use pad when it comes down to a barbecue. And today we are cooking tri-tip on the Capital Barbecue Grill. Nothing left to do except enjoying your space. Visit kitchenfoundry.com. We represent Capital indoor cooking equipment and Alfresco barbecues. Click like and subscribe. New videos uploaded all the time. Okay, if you want to buy that barbecue cleaning kit, it comes with the 3 graining pads, a can of stainless steel magic, and that barbecue cleaning tool. Just click the upper right-hand corner of the screen. It'll take you to our website to buy that kit. Have a blessed day.